This exhibit's been in the planning for over a year, and we had a lot of construction to do in here. We had to redo the floor so it could support the weight of a 2,200 gallon aquarium, and add aquariums into walls that didn't exist. So we had to build the walls, etc. We hired a local artist, Adam Eikamp, to paint a mural in here. So try to make it as immersive as possible, make people really feel that they were in the Delta. Our previous touch tank was a little smaller, well, a lot smaller actually, and a little higher. It was hard for kids to get into. So we learned from that, made this one a little lower, even built in some steps so children could get up and see it. And we made it large enough for an entire classroom to be in here. So we can get large family groups or a whole classroom on a field trip in here at once to learn about the estuary.
Everyone, of course, brings up the Steve Irwin story. And, well, stingrays have stingers. Why are we touching them? Is that dangerous? Steve Irwin was killed by a stinger. Why are we doing this? The reality is stingrays are very calm and intelligent animals. They learn to adapt to different things. The barb is actually like fingernail material. So our stingrays, yes, they grow barbs, but we can clip them off, and we do that every few weeks to make sure that they're not growing back. It doesn't bother the animals at all, any more than clipping your fingernails would bother you. So sometimes they'll actually swim right into the net and let us do it. They actually seem to enjoy the interaction sometimes. So I think this is the first major exhibit here at the aquarium that was mostly done in-house by our staff.
Provides first and foremost, an obvious connection between the Mississippi River and an ocean. So we have both here. This is that direct link between. And then what estuaries in general provide are conservation messages and stories. So we we have invasive, if you look around at the mural, we have invasive species, so we can have starter conversations about that, and then how to protect this type of land and what's happening in the Gulf, and what happens in Dubuque or Itasca even from the river runoff, and how that ends up in the Gulf, and the impact that all makes on our water. For one, it's not an additional price, so anybody can come for the regular admission, and if you're a member, then you can enjoy it for free because it is a permanent part of our facility now. But in addition to that, group visits, we're going to have extra educational activities in here. We'll do scavenger hunts in here, but the kind of links to maybe more formal education would be talking about water quality, and but the family experience is high. Kids and adults alike can enjoy this space and get to know and be fully immersed in a space by touching and feeling and have the sensory experience.